So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a while, and in today's video basically I'm just going to be doing a Q1 review now in terms of my academics, how everything has been. Hopefully this video comes out before the end of April, and it's just me looking back at how the year has been, or basically also academically how the modules have been for me. So if you don't know, I'm actually doing an MSc Biomedical Science at the University of Salford, and I'm in my second semester at the moment at the point of making this video. Let's get right into it. I was first semester or trimester, yeah, let's say semester. For the sake of this video, we'll stick with semester. Looking back now, I feel first semester was good, but in first semester I was like, oh my god, I had a lot of words to write. So I had 4 modules to do, and each of the modules I had to like write words. I think 2,000 words, 2,500 words for each of the modules. One, I had to do a comparative study, like compare 2 research papers together. Another one was I had to do like a report, like do a proper report on like what we did in the lab. Just choose a lab practical and do a proper report. Another the third module was genomics, which was not really it was more like answering questions. Read the paper on completion of the human genome, and then you answer questions based off of that. And obviously they had taught us about techniques and things in genomics that made you understand the paper more, and then they asked us to write a reflective piece. That reflective piece is it's like writing about what you feel about the module or what has gone through the module, but just not just writing like that. Like, so there's a way, or there's a procedure, there's a way they want you to write it, like, or what has happened in the module, how has it influenced your decision, how has it done this. So it's not just just telling them writing anyhow words. So even if they write it as a reflection, it's also like you have to write a reflection in a kind of like an academic setting. So that was like another module. And I think the last one too was was proper essay writing. And in everything, I think so overall my performance in first semester was good. So the way the results is calculated, like all your modules, like all your scores in the modules will be added together. So I got above a 70 in 3 of my modules, and in one of the modules I got I think I got a 69 point something, really annoying mark. But by the time you add everything together, I got above a 70, and because I'd gotten good scores in some of the modules. A part of me didn't want to come out and talk, because I felt like you don't know how second semester will be. And now I'm in like second semester, and second semester modules are like a totally different ball game, in the sense that, you know, our first semester we were really focused on writing, like essay writing, you know, writing words and writing basically. So this semester is a whole different ballgame. I'm doing 4 modules still, but 2 of my modules I'm doing in group, like, so it's like group work. It's not just you. I have a module that it's a group work, and we're to like present 8,000 words, and you know, I don't want to explain so much of that, because obviously that also deals with clients and obviously privacy issue, so I can't go into the details of that. But we also had one that was like, we're talking about looking at a particular disease in another country, and also we were to work as a group and actually produce a grant proposal. So you work as a group and say, okay, this is what we want to do, this is what we're proposing to do about this, and if you give us 1 million naira, I think what we're working with is 1 million pounds. So we are to do a justification and, you know, create all this good stuff, which is interesting, because it's like, it shows you if you're going to be staying in the scientific community, or like staying in academics and like staying fully in academia, one thing you'll definitely be doing is actually writing grant proposal. So this module kind of prepares you for that aspect of it. Like, so if you're going to be writing a grant proposal, you know what it takes, you know what you need to do. And then I now have 2 modules where I have to do like presentation. I have to present. So one is a poster presentation. You know how you go for conferences and then they do all these scientific papers, bam, one is like that. And I had to create a poster and I've just submitted the poster, and I'm going to be presenting very soon, next week actually. I've sent it for printing. I'm going to be presenting very soon. And also there's another one which is more like a PowerPoint presentation. We've done lab procedures, and we're like, okay, you're going to have to present these things that you've done. So in terms of curriculum, you can see like the assessment of each modules for this semester like was way different from first semester for us. So the second semester assessment is way different from first semester. And first semester, every single thing I did, every single assessment I did was actually individual, like it was all based on what I did. But now two of my modules is like collective effort. You're not alone, you're doing it as a group, which is good in a way, because obviously it helps you, it teaches you how to work in team, like as a member of a team, and knowing that, oh, my marks depend on that. But then it can also get frustrating because, you know, we're different people coming together, and this one is saying this, I'm like, you serious right now? So basically, but I think it's like literally a learning process. It has not been easy, and several times that I wish to count, I think I'm like, God, I preferred the first semester, obviously, because I felt, oh, the first semester with that I knew what I was doing, I knew where I was. But this one is like, you can't just run on your own, especially with the group works. You guys have to come together. You have to say, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what we need to do you guys agree? It's not, you can't just write something and say, oh, this is my own opinion. It's, you either take it or leave it. Like, you guys have to agree and decide as a group. So I think I'm at that point where I'm about, so in the next, between this next 2 weeks, like this week and the next 2 weeks, I'll be doing my assessments for my second semester, then after which I'll be going to my third and final semester. So I think in general Q1 has been good. Like, academically Q1 has been good. Like, and I think as a person I have, well, like, I want to use the phrase that life has tried to live me, but God has been faithful. Like, even with jobs, now I'm coming to like the job aspect. I'm really grateful for the job I had. So I made a video about what I do here in the UK, like my part-time job. And so because my part-time job is like, I'm on a contract, and it's like a 20 hours contract. So even during holidays where I now can work long hours, my contract on that particular job is 20 hours. So I still need to like find extra hours to like sort out myself. And I remember Christmas, I think the very first week, we had the 3 weeks Christmas week. Very first week I saw shifts. I really saw shifts. Like, I think I saw 6. So I use Indeed Flex. For those of you who are in the UK, you probably know Indeed Flex. If you're not in the UK, it's like an app where you can pick housekeeping shifts, cleaning shifts, and all those kind of shifts. So I saw shifts for the first week. Like, I remember telling myself, oh, for Christmas I'm going to earn so amount of money. Like, I had targets, and trust me, during Christmas, after the first week where I saw shifts, for the next 2 weeks of Christmas, like Christmas and then the first week in New Year, in the New Year, which is this year, I did not see any shift, and I was like, wow, in this flex they run me straight. So I think it was like, I was like, oh, maybe it was Christmas and all that, and you know, we moved on with, we started the new semester, we started semester 2 and everything. And I was hoping that, you know, Easter break, so we had a 3 weeks Easter break, that was, which ended last week, and I was like, you know what, hopefully that Easter break is going to be better. And guys, believe me when I tell you that the same thing happened. Like, I think in my first week, I think I saw like a 2-3 hours cleaning shift for about 4 shifts, and that was all. I kept on applying for shifts, and I wasn't getting offers, and then I realized that the app actually doesn't favor people who don't work on it for a long time. Like, if you're not working on it during term time and you're just working on it for a period of time, it really doesn't, maybe I'm speaking for myself, I don't want to speak for every other person, and I think the app doesn't favor people who work just holiday. If you're not working term time also on the app, because that's the way it works, networking and everything, they add you to your network, blah blah blah, long story. But it also brought me to the point, like, I was really sad, and I was like, God, this is not the plan. And I'm thankful for sustenance, because truthfully God came through for me in so many ways, and at least I'm paying my bills and all that. But it brought this kind of enlightenment to me that, my job is not my source. Like, I had to get to that point, because there was a point when I'm telling you, like, I wasn't doing anything during the holidays. I'm seeing my friends doing shifts, and I was speaking, and I was applying for jobs, and I wasn't seeing them, and I felt bad. Like, I felt really bad, and I was like, I'm not lazy. It was just a whole lot of, I think it was just a whole lot of learning curve for me. And it also brought the realization, like I said, that my job is not my source, and God has been faithful. I've literally been able to do what I need to do, in fact. And then them just pop this in, because it's something that also happened in Q1. In Q1, I had to go to the dentist because I have a hole in my tooth. And guys, dental care here is expensive, so NHS doesn't cover, like, NHS doesn't literally cover dental care. And not like they don't cover, it's complicated. But even if you want to, most dental practices are actually not accepting new NHS patient, because there's an overload. There's dental practice a few here, and the NHS story in this place is a different ball game. And I remember in Nigeria, I would have done it in Nigeria, but I kept on saying, oh, I'm going to a better place, I'll just do it. Guys, the very first, I told them, oh, I wanted to do a filling, this one, and they're like, oh no, you have to see a doctor first. And when you see a doctor, they will let you know what treatment plan is, they will let you know what treatment plan is necessary and all that. Guys, tell me, I paid 70, and that was one of the cheapest I saw, because I had to call several ones, and I was able to see a cheap one that was £70. And I was like, okay, they're like, you're going to do an x-ray and everything. And I did £70. I think I paid the consultation and the guy doing the x-ray for me and everything. I was in and out in 10-15 minutes. I don't think I spent more than 15 minutes there. And I was like, wow, my £70 just went like that. And then at the end of the £70, by the time they did the treatment plan, they're like, oh, this teeth, that. It was okay. They saw 2 teeth, and they were like, the guy was counting 300 and something pounds for me for a treatment. I was like, sir, I can't do a treatment of 300 and something. Let's do the most serious one. Like, guys, dental care here is expensive. It's not something you don't know. Dental care here is expensive, and I think that's one thing I didn't know. And I was like, me that I'm complaining that I did not have job, or I didn't have money, like, where am I meant to see money? And even then, they were like, oh, if I was meant to book an appointment for the treatment, I'll have to pay a deposit. Like, you don't just, they won't just book you appointment. You know how in Nigeria now, you just write date for you and say, oh yeah, come the next day, and then obviously when you're going, you make payments and everything. Yeah, you have to pay upfront, especially when it's private treatment. So if you're booking, making a appointment, and maybe your appointment fee is like £100, you have to pay £50. I was like, guys, anyway, it's just been wonderful, and I think it has just been really a learning process for me in this Q1, and I'm grateful. Obviously, like, there are a lot of things that didn't go as planned. Number one, my job, and then I think because of that, I also started what's the word? I started intentionally looking for BMS roles, like biomedical science roles. And a lot of people, they will message me, they'll reply me once I send my CV or apply. They'll be like, oh, what's your location? What visa are you currently on? How many hours can you do? And as you know, I'm on a student visa, and I can currently do 20 hours. Once I just say 20 hours, they don't get back to me, and at that point I'm like, I really just even want to, at this point in time, because, like, obviously I'm getting closer to the end of my program, I just want to, like, start actively looking. And I know this, by the time you get interviews and everything, it might, sometimes the NHS process takes a while. It might take 1, 2, 3, 4 months, depending on the trust. So, like, I'm really active, and sometimes, like, there was a period and I really applied, and I was like, guys, I was just saying unsuccessful, like, to the point where once I see a mail from them, like, this point, once I see a mail, and you know how your mail will show the very first line that says, once I see thank you for, I automatically just know it's a rejection. and I'm like, I point out like, should I just pause and wait till the end? But no, we are on this job wagon. We are going to keep applying. I like literally just spent about 2 hours applying to a particular one today, and the fact that doing the application it's a lot. I don't want to say it's a lot. Like, it's not just doing the same things. Like, for every application, I am sitting down, I am going through JD, I am reconstructing everything. Like, I'm literally, like, today I told myself I just wanted to do 1 hour on it, and I ended up spending 2 hours because I'm looking at the JD, trying to make sure everything they are stating for the JD and the stuff is also inside my stuff. I'm like, God. Like, so when I even see, it's not like there are no vacancies, and I think that's one thing that I was trying to tell someone. Like, so there are like, there is no point in time when you go on track or you go on job website that you will not find a job. It's not like there are no jobs. You always find job. Now the important thing is how to actually apply and make sure your application stands out. Like, and because obviously a lot of people are also applying, so it takes you investing time, and then it's just a lot with YouTube. Let's round this up. The last part has been YouTube. I had plans, I had content ideas for this year, or this Q1 for YouTube, and it involved having to interview a couple of people. It's not like I can come out here to say the topic and tell people information, but I feel it's going to be more real when you're hearing it from people who are past this particular process or done these particular things or are currently in that part. And I've reached out to a couple of people, and either they are busy, or a couple of people don't know me. So majority of all the people I brought on my channel are people that in one way or the other they knew me, at least prior to me reaching out to them to be on my channel. And so a lot of people don't know me. I've tried reaching out to a couple of people on LinkedIn, and I totally get the fact that because obviously they don't know me, they're like, no, sorry, I can't do this. And I think I've even gotten to the point that I really don't mind an audio. I just want you to share your experience, and it's really okay that not everybody's comfortable with being in front of the camera or saying things out there. They are okay with you asking them questions one-on-one in chat, but not coming and featuring. And I'm just still hoping that I find, like, whatever plans and the interviews I have, I find people who are willing. So it's like doing it the first time, reaching out to first person, second person, third person, and I wasn't getting a positive feedback. It just made me feel like, what, there's nothing to do, and I'm just going to not do anything. And then with the fact that I've been busy, but hopefully in Q2, the second quarter, I hope to be able to get people to interview and share their stories and share their journey, basically, as a way of inspiring us and also you. And another thing, March this year made it 3 years since I have actually started, like, since I posted my very first video on YouTube. But anyways, and sometimes I look at the YouTube journey, and my journey on YouTube has obviously, with the growth and subscribers and everything, has not been, obviously I've not been super consistent through the 3 years, but also with the growth, I think as of today, I don't think I'm up to, I think we're 696 subscribers, at least as at the point of this video. And it's just like, I'm just very grateful that I didn't come into it, because if I had come into the YouTube or for growth or to get 1K subscribers and all that, I feel like I would have been very was anything disappointed. I probably would have stopped. But those one, or like seeing people tell me, oh, I watched your video and it blessed me, I watched your video and thank you for the information. Like, even if it was like 1 or 2 people or 3 people or 4 people, prior to now it was just like one person telling me, oh, your video was nice, and that really helped me, pushed me to like do more content. And even if it's just for one person that will watch it and like it and get information that are useful, that's I don't mind. At a point I haven't tried diversifying, doing vlogs and all that, but could work. And I'm not the vlog person. I enjoy watching people's vlog. I spend time. If you check the time I spend on YouTube watching people's video, it has also been a blessing to me. And so I just feel this is also my way of, helping people out there, sharing my journey, and basically that's it. So that being said, if you have any video idea for me, if you have anything you think you would like to see, or you think people will love to see, or you think, oh, like what you just want to see on the channel, just put it down in the comment section. I think this video is now long enough that we need to put a stop to this video. So thank you very much if you watched this far. I remain your girl Alice. Thank you so much. Stay happy, stay blessed.